My father, being my father, he panicked and he came up to me. If you need plastic surgery, we'll get it. I'll pay for it. And I was like, oh my God, what did they do to my face? Like, did they touch me? I was diagnosed with a rare form of ovarian cancer. It's a germ cell cancer called dysgerminoma. And I was 25 at the time. I went for a little run and then I had hives cover my entire body. So it got to a point where my eyes were swollen and they were the size of golf balls. I couldn't open my eyes. And I like blindly found my way to my roommate's room and was like, oh my gosh, please help me. I don't know what to do, because I took a shower and I thought the hives would go away. So she like grabbed my insurance card and all that stuff and then rushed me to the emergency room. Basically, they found the growth. And I pretty much was like, all right, so I have a final next week. You guys can just like figure it out and take it out, right? And they were like, yeah, the doctor will call you. Calls, and then she's like, you have somewhere quiet that you can be? And I was like, oh no. Then she was like, we found this growth, it's pretty big. There's a 2% chance that it's cancerous. And in your age range, there's a 1% chance that it's cancer. When someone tells you there's a 1% chance, it's always like, oh, okay, well, I'll be fine then, you know? This was like the worst time to be in the 1%. It never occurred to me that it could have happened to me. Losing my hair was probably one of the more emotional things about chemo that I had to prep myself for. It fell out gradually but quickly. I would sleep and then I would remember waking up to like a little pillow of my hair just like left on the pillow. So that was traumatizing and pretty terrifying. What I was worried about the most was how I would be received back into the public. I had to go back to school like after I finished chemo. There was like me worrying about my family. There was me worrying that I wouldn't wake up from surgery. They had to stick a tube up my nose and down my throat. And I was worried I wouldn't be able to sing ever again. I didn't want to be the person that was like, help me all the time. Like, totally not my scene. So that was a big fear that existed inside me while I was going through all of it. The C word, the cancer word, is still pretty taboo. At that point in time, especially 5 years ago, it seemed like the word cancer associated very closely with death. And I will be honest, I'm pretty sure that I was thinking that in my head, that I just want everyone to be the happiest that they can be if this is it for me. When I am told that I need to get things done, you gotta do the surgery, you gotta maybe do chemo, you gotta maybe do fertility treatment. I didn't really have time to be scared. I was more concerned about my emotions because the surgery was so invasive that there was a chance that things could go very wrong. I think what was more important for me was that I have 1 week before I go under this knife and maybe not wake up. I get to see my parents and I should just be happy. And why spend the last but the last few days of me being alive, like be scared, you know? I just feel like it wouldn't have been worth it to feel anything negative, because whatever's meant to be will be. I know it's really cliche and cheesy. Life's life. Cancer's not a rare thing anymore, and it's also not a death sentence. There are ways to help and ways to be part of a community that helps cancer patients, and I really hope that people know that there's always something that they can do, even if it's just smile, or like when you see someone that has no hair, be like, looking good, you know?